Yes, hello and welcome back to my completionist series. Completed it, mate. And we're up to episode 8. It's been quite the journey we've gone on. A bit of back and forth as we try to get as close to 100% as possible in this game. And one of the things I've been trying to get done in previous episodes, now you may remember we ended on some Mythic Plus, but I'm going to start this video by taking on the final two bosses of the Cathedral of Endless Night. Now, you may remember that this was one of the few dungeons we had left to get the Legion Remix Dungeoneer and Heroic Legion Remix Dungeoneer achievements, which are both currently sitting at 92%, which you can see at the top right hand corner in the almost completed achievements top 5. So that's something that I've been trying to get done in recent episodes. Now, what we are finding is that it is a bit of a grind in Legion Remix. So rather than just show individual achievements or individual, well, not so much even individual achievements, but individual unlocks, try and go for achievements or something that has a bit of a narrative. And boy, have we got a narrative today. But you can see here that we did have a bit of a carry to kind of get us past Mephisto. Not exactly the most imaginative name if you know who Mephisto is. But nonetheless, the final boss of Cathedral of Endless Night. And you can see that we get him over the line, and subsequently, because of that, once we do kill him off, we get the 2 achievements that I was seeking as well. So we started by putting my +2 Halls of Valor on. Let's see if we get anybody, and surely enough, the little eye starts glowing, and the first hero of this video came in. No, it wasn't Fiddy 90, it was Fatal Smokes. And we sent him an invite, although Fiddy 90 is actually going, or Fiddy Ninty, I should say, is going to be featured as a hero of this video. Both of them are the first 2 that will be in a Hall of Fame that I'm also putting together at the end of this video. So if you want to be a part of the Hall of Fame, you know, just be active in the community, subscribe. You have to be a subscriber as well, and also make sure that you're active in the comments, or, you know, find me in game. I'm more than happy to if you flick me a message privately, and you can find those details on the channel information. You can message me there, and I'll tell you how to jump in game with me. If not, I'm on Frostmourne, so you know the character names, you can just add them manually. Yeah, we kind of smashed through this. The funny story is that that all of us were tanks. There was 4 tanks and a pally that I believe went into tank mode. Of course, I couldn't help myself by making an Aegis joke. Whenever we get to Scovold in this dungeon, I do yell out something about him taking Aegis, or yeah, okay, I'll get my coat. But that upgraded my key to a +3. And little do I know that you know, Fatal will feature, you know, in future videos. I hope. I've had him as a friend as well on WoW, and hopefully that is something we continue to see. Same for Fiddy Ninty, although I haven't seen him recently, or her, him or her. You can't presume genders in this day and age. But we tried to take on a +37, and I got dragged into this somehow. And at this stage, I had little to no Versi. In the way, I think I had like 6 or 7% Versi, so I was going to die straight away here. We tried to solo it. Unfortunately, yeah, even with a full group, this was an absolute nightmare. And you can see here that I'm just continuously getting one shot by myself, an apparition of myself. And yeah, this was quite a difficult situation. But as you can see, we were just having fun. And I think that's one thing that in this game, a lot of people, you know, take a little bit too seriously. Whereas, you know, you can do things like this and constantly, you know, get your ass handed to you, but have a good time. And yeah, that's something that we were definitely doing. Yeah, I just sat back trying to survive. But yeah, even just, yep, there we go, one shot again. So a bit of fun, you know, nothing too serious. Yeah, I guess I've just got to get those numbers up. And speaking about getting those numbers up, I'd love if you could subscribe to the channel. Just a quiet plug for the channel. Yeah, please do subscribe. And we moved on to Neltharion Slayer, and you can see that Fitty Ninty subscribes and said they're going to comment obscene things on the daily, but I'm yet to see if that's going to come to fruition. So we then took on Neltharion Slayer at level 26 or plus 26, again one shot, but at least Fatal could solo this, which made for, well, it was Fatal and another person called Zalindra, who featured in a couple of further dungeons, and shout out to them too. They were a good sport, knowing full well that all the shit talking was going to go into this video at some point. So from there, I'll just sit back and let them mash away at a boss with a bazillion health. I believe, yeah, 3.9 billion. But I managed to get Keystone Hero out of that as well as the Time Worn Keystone Master achievement. Keystone Hero and Keystone Adept, sorry. So the Keystone Hero achievement means that I can automatically teleport to that dungeon because I did it at plus 20. Yeah, Fatal decided to take on the next key, which was mine, which was a plus 5 Dark Heart Thicket. And that went about as well as you would expect with 4 overpowered tanks. But not before we went and did some more, as you can see here, more shit talking obviously. We did someone else's plus 2 more to get them over the line, and yeah, we then went and mopped that up way too easily. Just look at some of the damage that those guys are doing, it's ridiculous. Cleared that up. And I think that's one of the things that we enjoyed the most, was just like, that was a 4 tank run. And yet we were doing some insane damage. We got a plus 3 for Zalindra on that one. I think it was Zalindra's key. So we got some nice gear out of that. I also got my highest Keystone for more, but that would all change because we'd then go and do another plus 5 more straight after that. Yeah, we did that with a full group of tanks, 5 tanks. I got a couple of cheeky points towards the what is it called, the trades post, the or travels post, before going and doing the plus 8 Blackrock Hold. Again, we smashed through this. I'm not even on the second last boss, and I've already cleared off the final boss. And that's something that you kind of get when you go into a group with an overpowered player that can probably clear 20s on their own. Obviously, an upgrade on Exodus from the previous video. But yeah, that brings us to unfortunately to the end of the Mythic runs with Fatal. Hopefully we see him on a future video, and him and Fiddy have both earned a place in the Hall of Fame. But before we before we continue, I just want to point out, because it's been a while since we've done an update, we're currently sitting on 18.99% completion. This does fluctuate depending on patches, so I'm expecting this to drop right down to 18.2, because I know there's an upcoming patch in terms of when this was recorded, so this will go down, but we're nearly at 19%, which is good. So we're definitely making some headway. But yeah, that brings us to the end of another video. Thank you very much for dropping by. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And as mentioned, we'll show the Hall of Fame in a second. Yeah, all you need to do is be part of the community to be part of the next video. So thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.